John, another win for Hull FC away from home. How pleased are you with that performance?
Yeah, really happy to win. I think I said it earlier, to come here and 6 weeks ago to come here and say we're going to beat Warrington, who have been a really consistent team over the last few years, had a really good win last week and have been in good form. We'd be happy, but I think that says a lot about where the playing groups come now that they're talking about how we can get better. So as a coach, that's a great thing to have, a great tool to have, that your players recognise that we just took our foot off their throats. We could have really put them away, I thought. We gave them a few opportunities, but they're a good side, and maybe they made a bit of their own luck at the end of the day.
Just how hot was Hull playing in that first half? It looked like they would strike all over the pitch. Yeah,
it wasn't frantic. It spoke about the KR game where we just looked frantic. Especially, in the first 20 minutes we looked really frantic, and I think that's where we lost the game. It was 0-0 at the 20-minute mark, but I just thought we wasted way too many opportunities. And today, they had cool heads. They iced a few chances in the first half. We got a bit lucky as well, a couple of kicks, but you do make your own luck.
Herman got over for a sixth try in 6 games, which is already record-breaking for a Hull FC prop forward. But it was the result of multiple attempts from Herman SSA. Was the message just keep trying that move and it will come off eventually?
Not really. They got that up their sleeve, and there's also options around it. But he obviously fancied his chances, so he kept sort of calling for the ball. Look, he is a handful to handle close to the line or all over the field. He's big, he's fast, and very powerful, and they get him into good positions, the ball players. So it's. It's a great thing that your front rower can score 6 tries in 6 weeks. I think it's happened all that often. Hopefully we get another one next week.
That'd be nice. Will Price at fullback today with Cade back in the side at standoff. How well do you feel that the spine links up today? Like you say, especially in the first half, it looked really free-flowing and exciting at times.
Yeah, he just brings pace, Will. He's a strong boy, he's got great feet, he brings pace, and with Cade sort of playing on the other side of the field, it's good to have that, that attack. Cade's very direct, he goes hard, he's got a good passing game. It's a good balance, for their first hit out together. Just thought it was a chance to probably get our most dangerous 13 on the field at the one time to start the game with Will at fullback, and he did a really good job.
You must really enjoy watching a player like David Litton with all his energy and enthusiasm, which got him over the line for a couple of tries in that first half. Yeah,
really, really happy for him. He's had anyone who's been in rehab for 6 months knows what a dark place it is, but he never swayed. He just bounced into training every day. Hours and hours and hours on sort of bikes and rowing machines and whatever sort of ergos we can give him. He lapped it all up. He wanted more, and that's probably the reason why he's able to come back and compete and perform the way he has at that level. I didn't probably expect it, but injuries gave him the opportunity, and he's been tremendous the last 3 games.
Second half, you didn't get over for any points. Most of the game was played in Hull FC territory in that second half. Was it a case of you were your own worst enemies? Yeah,
we I don't know how many times we dropped the ball coming off our own try line, and penalties, and we legged them out of their own end with some penalties. It wasn't a good performance the second half. They scrambled, and we got a win, but it was. Yeah, it certainly wasn't one of our better performances, and I don't think we could do that against a side like KR. We sort of turned in a pretty sort of ordinary sort of 30-40 minutes against KR, and they put 30 points on us. So, we need to be better if we're going to compete with them.
But still winning games with as many as 8 senior players out on the sidelines, that must be very pleasing for you, in the knowledge that you've got plenty in reserve to come back.
Yeah, it is. The guys that just got shifted around today, Zach and Ed, I thought they were fantastic. It was a bit of a worry for us because neither of them have played sort of 80 minutes in the back row all season. So they're both number 3 and number 4. So have them both packing in the back row. Bit foreign, but they're good. Look, they're good footballers. You know, it's good recruitment to get them here. Very sort of can play anywhere. You know, centre to back row, and you know, and compete. They're experienced, and yeah, it's like I say, it's just squad's got a good balance at the moment.
One final one. Mentioned at the start of the piece, you're still unbeaten away from home, but yet to win at home. It's an interesting parallel, that one. Next week, of course, back at the MKM Stadium for a game in which Hull FC could find themselves top of the league.
Yeah, they brought that up in the press conference. It's not something that we're going to sort of talk about. It doesn't mean much being top of the league after 9 games, but it's a nice feather in the cap. And it's great for our fans and our sponsors to get excited about. But look, we just want to atone for our game last week. I thought we didn't let ourselves down. I just thought we were nowhere near our best. So it's they make it hard to play at your best. They're in your face all day. So we're going to be go up another notch from where we were today.
Is there any science behind why the home form and the away form is so different?
No, you look at who we played. We played Wigan, who knocked them over yesterday. We played KR. And Lee at that stage were undefeated, and we had a draw. So it's probably more the quality of the teams that we played against at this stage.
Do you think the next couple of games will sort of, sum up where Hull FC are going to be at come the end of the season? They're 2 big games we've got coming up.
Yeah, no, I don't. I wouldn't put that down. Like, ebbs and flows in every competition. Like every year, you can't be at your very best all the time. It's nice that we're putting some points in the bank, but. Look, I've got no doubt that some stage through the year we'll be just refocusing and thinking about how we can improve and go better. It's not something that we talk too much about. Look, we've done nothing yet. We're 8 games in, but plenty to be excited about with the Derby game this Friday.